Okay, welcome back. Let's continue where we stopped. Take a look around in here. The Psijic Order by Vrithalan, Sapiac of current chronologies. As a Sapiac charged with understanding and analyzing current events as they relate to the progress and well-being of Summerset, I am often called upon to provide expert opinion of the great questions of the present age, which brings us to the subject of this treatise. Let's see, Proxy Queen Alinawe has requested the College of Sapiacs to provide the Royal Palace with everything we know about the Psijic Order. Apparently, the ancient order of arcane sages have returned to offer assistance during the current crisis. We know with absolute certainty that the Psijic Order once served as advisors and teachers to the greatest rulers of Tamriel. We also know that approximately 350 years ago, the sages retreated to their island of Artaeum to study in seclusion. Then the island, quite literally, disappeared. What is the Psijic Order? This ancient organization originated on Summerset and formed the basis for arcane magic as we know it today. At some point in history, they occupied the island of Ar-tay-um and made Sephora Tower their headquarters. So much can be attributed to the Psijic Order, including the creation of the Mages Guild by former Psijic sage Vanus Galarian, and the development of mysticism. It has been claimed that mysticism, or the old way, can unravel the mysteries of the universe when properly applied to the problem. It can also be used to peer into the future and may have been the basis of the advice they provided to Tamriel's leaders. When our ancestors settled Summerset, our culture began to change. We no longer worship the ancestor spirits, instead elevating a few of those spirits to godhood and revering them. A group of elders at this time rebelled against this trend. They called themselves Psijics, the keepers of the old ways. They retreated to Ar-tay-um to remove themselves from the corruption of Altmer society. This dislike of the new ways didn't stop them from returning to offer advice and guidance, however. My recommendation? Accept the help offered by the Psijic Order. We could do worse than to have these masters of mysticism at our side in these times of trouble. Interesting. Summerset is really, really beautiful. I think it's, out of all the places we've visited, it's gonna be number one on my list. It really is beautiful. Summerset Artaeum.
Stay strong, Emil. I'll get you out of this.
Secure the prisoner in the Fighters Guild. Off you go. Stay out of trouble.
Let me see where we're supposed to go. I think we're on the right track. Was that a sky shard? No. I thought it was a sky shard.
Five Claw. You always arrive just when Raz needs you most. After Raz spoke to the pretty Psijic Order, whispers reached me about the illustrious Illumination Academy. They said that the Court of Bedlam hunts a Sapiarch there, so Raz had to come and see. Didn't expect all the crazy people, though.
A hunted Sapiarch? That must be one of the tower's sentinels. I came here to find them.
So the Crystal Tower really is in danger. This one finds that so hard to believe. The Crystal Tower, it's a bastion, a symbol of everything the High Elves hold dear. The Queen would be very cross with Raz if anything bad happened to the tower.
There are two Sapiarchs. They got the diamond keys that can open the Crystal Tower.
Now Raz sees why the Court of Bedlam seeks these particular sages. Very well. No need to twist this one's tail. Raz will help you save the Sapiarchs from the demented Daedric cultists. Let's look in the guest wing on the west side of the compound.
Lead the way.
This way. Follow Raz.
What is that approaching? Some strange sea beast. Prepare to be boarded, mates.
New arrivals? I wasn't told to expect any students or scholars today. Sorry, they usually let me know when new academics are going to arrive. I'm sure I can find a way to squeeze you in someplace. How long do you plan on staying?
No, I'm looking for a couple of Sapiarchs, Hanael and Immadril. Are they here at the Academy?
Sure. They arrived a few days ago, but only Sapiarch Hanael stayed. She's working on a book of some sort. I think that's what she told me. Don't know where the other one scampered off to. She hasn't been back to her room in quite a while, though.
Do you think she left the Academy compound?
Wouldn't think so. She left all her things in her room. Notes, valuable tomes. Not the sorts of items a sage would leave behind. Maybe she just got caught up in the nonsense outside. You can examine her room if you like. It's right over there.
Hasn't been slept in. Such a waste of a perfectly good bed.
Sapiarch Immadril, I think your decision to leave the Academy and go to the ancient ruins was the right call. Something isn't right there, though I can't quite determine what that may be. I prefer to disappear into the Academy's books for days on end. I expect to spend a great deal of time hiding in the library's quiet study room. I feel so much safer within its comfortable confines. Let me tell you how I plan to organize my research. I'll start by reviewing the Tellinger's musings about the Sload. The last time we met for dinner, he seemed put off that I could not recall every line of his writings. Second, I'm thinking of rereading the Imperial Geographical Society's treatise on sea elves. The Academy's library is really quite extensive. Third, I've been meaning to read the Mages Guild description of our esteemed college. I expect to find it full of errors and slights, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Finally, I believe some light reading is in order. Something just for pleasure instead of research. Maybe the fourth volume in the Dark Elf Year 2920 series. I know you look down upon the work, but it's so well written. I may try that technique made popular by the Sapiarch of foreign literature. She was an odd one, but I've always been intrigued by the idea of placing books on consecutive podiums and reading them at the same time, shifting from one podium to the next as the subject matter calls to you. I'll let you know how the method works, Hanael.
The Sapiarch's letter. She's hidden a coded message in the words. Raz has seen this done before.
A code? Can you figure it out?
Hanael mentions something isn't right here, that she plans to hide in a quiet room. Very smart. It seems the Sapiarch knows that someone is hunting her. The list of specific books in a specific order, though. That's the key, Raz thinks.
So we need to find the books Hanael mentioned?
We need to find the books and the podiums, if Raz has deciphered the meaning of her code correctly. Let's hope we can find her before the Court of Bedlam does.
So occultists led a Daedric assault on the College of Sapiarchs. That's where I was before coming here.
That is disturbing news. The Queen hates Daedric machinations, especially the most overt ones. Let us hurry and try to find the Sapiarch.
Further notes on the slope. Folly of man. Listen round, I've a warning to sound about an overgrown weed, and I don't mean to forebode, but this little ode is the lesson you must heed. Now our story unfolds upon a pitiful mold, made to thrive on rot. This unsightly staff was a strickler's last laugh. Long after this battle was fought, we called it the Sundering. In case you were wondering, when the heavens dropped out of the sky, they hit with a thud and gave birth to the mud, making up this mortal's fly. It was a hell of a mess, but I digress. My story is about the swine who took root in this land, where seeds called man that sprung up like fungus from grime. Their lives may be short and lacking import, but keep an eye to their blundering. It's tempting to jest about this simple pest until you've seen their plundering. For when men bound to the doom drum sound, you'll learn what the corpse god wrought. Even Trinimac don't know with his final blow just how badly he'd been caught. Okay. So I don't see a book here. I think it's on the other side of this wall. The Mama of Piandonia. Entry 543 Atlas Notes, Imperial Geographical Society. It was once believed that the Mama of Piadonia were originally exiles from the Summerset Isles, but while it is likely they came from similar Aldmeri ancestors, they certainly did not come from Somerset. Translations of tapestries in the Crystal Tower tell the tale of a far older separation. The Maumar likely differentiated from the ancient Aldmer, not in Somerset but in their original home of Aldmeris. Orgnum, their leader and self-styled king, according to the legend, was a phenomenally wealthy Aldmeri nobleman who used his fortune to finance a rebellion against the powers of the land. He and his followers were banished for this to a place separated from Aldmeris by an impenetrable mist, Piandonia, the mist-veiled isles. This exile proved so effective that the followers of Ornum never again disturbed their former countrymen. The new Aldmeri homeland of Somerset, however, was not so lucky. For much of Somerset's history, the Maumar have launched attacks against their cousins of old Elnofi. Every one of those battles has been led by Ornum himself, who it seems is not only immortal but grows more youthful by the century. No historian, to the knowledge of the staff of the Imperial Geographic Society, has counted the number of wars and stratagems employed against Somerset, but somehow each has proved, no matter how ingenious, an ultimate failure. One attack in particular is worthy of mention as it gives us our only glimpse into the actual landscape of Piandonia. In the year 2E486, a small Maumar fleet was sighted off the coast of Alinor, and King Hidolith ordered his navy to give chase. The navy followed the ships through the uncharted waters into an ambush near Piandonia itself. Most of the Altmeri navy was destroyed, but a single warship returned to Somerset to describe the land as a sea jungle. Massive plateaus spilling over with vegetation form mazes around valleys of ocean. Waving tendrils of kelp trap all but the Mama's own ships, and provide a well-camouflaged home for the sea serpents that are Ornum's guards and occasional mounts. Mist storms spill over the land, further disorienting one's views. That even one ship survived the visit is a testament to the maritime genius of the Altmar. Okay, let's find the last book here. There is nothing there. There is nothing there. I don't see anything. Okay, this might be a bug. It sure does look like the book. It sure does look like the book is up there somewhere, but it's not. And I can't mount in here. Neither can we jump up there. Oh, there we are. The year 2920 Volume 4. Okay, well, I've read quite a lot in this video. I'm not gonna read that one out loud, because we'll never finish. I think the way to that book is through here. Yes. Sages of the Crystal Tower. Come on. Great, we have a puzzle.
A vanishing bookcase. Raz likes this clever sage.
My illusion spell. Who are you? If you're the person that's been following me, I warn you, I'll scream.
Well, Seipiarch Lonartil sent me to find you on the other tower sentinel.
I knew I wasn't imagining things. I told Imidril that we were being followed. If the head of the College of Seipiarchs sent you and told you we guarded the Resolute Diamonds, it must be a serious matter. Something involving the other alliances?
Daedric Princes, actually. Where can I find Imedril?
Daedric Princes, you say? As in more than one? That doesn't sound very good. Imidril went to King's Haven, not too far from here. The old ruins. He loves to poke around in that place every chance he gets. But I'm still a bit confused.
Okay, I'll go to King's Haven and check on the Seipiarch.
Raz will explain things to the pretty Seipiarch and make sure she returns safely to Lilandril. You go find the one in the ruins.
need to find that. King's Haven Pass discovered. Well, I don't know if we have enough time to do this in this video. We probably don't. So I'm gonna take a break, stop right here. We'll be right back with more Elder Scrolls Online.